Brothers, welcome back to Territorial IO. We are starting off today here in the USA 48. There are 23 players in here, and we are a little bit of a free-for-all for ourselves. So we're going to try to start off in this nice little California section, although I am worried about this one person starting in over here. So what I'm kind of hoping is he's going to be the only person, because other than that, we do have a really good starting space for ourselves. So that is what we're going to be trying to capitalize on. Now, how do we kind of capitalize on that? Well, first off, we got to be aware of our neighbors. So we do have that iOS user 293 to our east, and we do have Mia Khalifa over here to our west. So what we really want to be doing, especially because this player over here to the west is a little bit on the weaker side, he's expanding too rapidly, is encapsulate him as soon as possible and then see if we can push out. And other than that, we don't really have too many neighbors. We do have a neighbor to our south, but he's picked an interesting kind of weaker spot for himself down there, where he's going to have to be boating into a lot of places immediately, weakening himself in his further gains. So we're in a great spot to kind of take advantage of our surroundings. So we do have an early crown, and we'll try to keep that by attacking these weak bots where they lay and making sure to not waste too many troops attacking the stronger bots when they get their troops back. So big strategies, I know, world-breaking strategies, but those are tried and true, and hopefully we can get around this bot. We're going to actually push through this one right now. Try and cut off Mia Khalifa over here and limit the damage they can do. Now, if they want to push, oh, that's going to be a good one for us to get. So now we just kind of look to push out east a little bit. I would still like to encapsulate this person. Unfortunately, he's being a little bit uncooperative with that. He's gained a lot of land, and that's kind of how it is going to go. Now, this player over here has extended rather heavily, so we're going to push into him right away. I think he's doing a full send challenge, so we'll get him off our borders a little bit quicker, as we do have a very strong person over here. We're trying to get a truce with him. In fact, an early truce might do us some good, as somebody else can worry about iOS user. We still have a few more bots to go. So let's try and get some truces out there, see what's going to happen. I think he did full send us, and we'll grab this and this little slot right here and see what we can do. Is we do get a lot of neighbors right away. They do want to go in. Dumoulin would be a great neighbor for us. Unfortunately, because we did cut off this player, this Mia Khalifa player, he's going to want to go into us. Let's finish up this spot right here and send a little boat in there just to make sure we get the rest of this island. And there we go. That worked out rather well for us. Now we do have the crown, so we can't do anything too rash. We actually need to be a little bit cautious in this situation. Even though we do have more troops than most of our, hey buddy, how you doing? Give a little heart to the boy. More troops than most of our neighbors around us. I would really like to capitalize on taking out this guy sooner rather than later, and then kind of seeing how things are going to develop. Unfortunately for us, player 101 did attack us. Now we could attack back right away, but nobody else joined in on that, so we'll let him get a few attacks in as we keep building up our strength. We do have the crown of about 2,000 pixels, so nothing too worrisome right now, as we can kind of eat a few of these attacks and build up our strength. So let's just be a little bit cautious here, building up our troops. I'm glad we didn't go into this guy. We could have gone into him when he had 88,000 troops, but Fulson would have gotten most of the land, which is why he was encouraging us to go into that guy. So being patient here is going to work out. We'll definitely take another truce. Oh, I didn't mean to vote for peace. I meant to vote for truce, as this guy is going into us rather hard, and he's kind of writing his own demise, as we can continue to keep saving up troops, and we have about triple his size. So we can give him a small attack back, and it might encourage others to join in on the attack. It does not. We'll give a truce with you though, if you want it, and whoever wants that truce, we're also going to give that. As now we're hitting red interest, so we'll go ahead and take out this big threat on our border, as he is now down to about 900,000 troops, which is why he's realizing he's kind of overextended himself and is wanting that truce. So we do get a full send by Mia Khalifa. That is, well, kind of something we were expecting, and we did take that gamble by pushing, cutting him off early. It does not matter too much to us, as we do get out player 101 rather effectively. So now we do have some interesting fights down here. Dumoulin and Fulsend are fighting each other. I could go into either one of those. I don't really want to. I'm going to let them kind of battle it out a little bit. But we do have better borders on Fulsend, so I think now is the time. Oh gosh, this guy just left. That's a little bit unfortunate, as we right attack the other guy, but that's okay. These players aren't all very strong themselves, and we don't touch borders with anybody besides this Shizo guy. So I think we're going to go ahead and keep going into this purple player here, and then work our way into Dumoulin next. And there's the full send for the boys. Let's go ahead and wrap up that, as Dumoulin is kind of accepting defeat. He didn't do the counter attack. I'm not sure if he saw it right away. Shizo has attacked us. That's a little bit on the concerning side. So hopefully this truce will hold with Dumoulin, as he is getting attacked a little bit on his own. And we'll go ahead and push through this player, as he has been attacking us. Dumoulin, no, don't do this. Oh, we eat two full sends right at the same time. That's a little bit unfortunate for us. It will very much strengthen a lot of our enemies, but we'll just have to wait for this to end, and then end it does. So we walk out of that a little bit stronger position than we were, but we are weak on troops. So hopefully this alliance with Drew will hold as we don't have an alliance with France over here yet. We'll try and get that one going. I don't really want to go into him. Yes, I definitely will. If re-up our truce over there, France does take the truce. And now Drew is sending out the question mark of who is next on the board, and that is a good question for us to kind of rally together and talk about. Now, Coptic over here is not realizing that Love Lamp is going down, so what we could do is, I think we need to be a little bit smart on this, since he's going to be on the weaker side, and take out Drew. Give him the Broken Heart. I think consolidating our borders here is going to help out, as he full sends Kazakhstan, so that worked out really well for us. Not sure if they had any kind of beef earlier, but we'll take out Kazakhstan as well. Give this boy a heart, and that really helps out our chances of winning this game, as now we control most, or the entire western side of the seaboard, and we only have 2 enemies to boot. So what we could do is take out the largest of our enemies, which is France. So we're going to go into France and kind of hope this guy down here holds, and just do that. And taking out the strongest of our enemies will definitely strengthen our position. Now, it does give us the interesting position of what happens when Netflix and Chill is on our borders. Can we take on all 3 of these guys at the same time? It is a big risk. Netflix and Chill will probably be the guy going to next. Let's see if we can get a truce with Bluey, as I don't really want to fight him, but honestly, it'd be smart of him to not take the truce. And he does, in fact, attack us. So that is a little bit interesting. He does give us the heart. We'll give him the heart back. And hopefully that will hold, as we do have about 10 million troops. So, and Coptic is attacking Bluey. So what I actually might do is take out Bluey. Because I think Coptic is going to hold. And you know what? The smarter thing to do, we're putting a lot of truce into Coptic, so let's go straight to Netflix and start taking him down. And hopefully these 2 will kind of leave me alone. And if we can take out Netflix, regardless of how strong the other 2 get, I think we're going to be in a really good position. Let's give him a truce. Hopefully he remembers that. Coptic did attack us, so we did lose that ally. So I really am happy that I did not put a lot of truce into Coptic down here. So we'll go ahead and keep working on Netflix and Chill, winning this 3v1 battle that we find ourselves in. Just by constantly attacking the second strongest player is working out really well for us. Bluey is actually going in on Coptic. Coptic full sent us. Oh, missed that, but that's okay. It didn't matter too much, as we get a lot of this land. And we can continue attacking Netflix and Chill, who does full send us. So let's go ahead and finish this one off over here. Bluey, let's give him a, see if he wants to truce with us. He only attacked us 1 time. That is an attack I can let go, as he has, you know what? No. Let's go ahead. Let's make CG proud, guys. If this is our time to shine, let's go ahead and take him out and start working down Bluey. As, you know what? Yeah, we'll truce out of this one. Never mind. No. We'll be buddies. We'll be buddies at the end. So let's go ahead and look for the peace here. GG's to all involved, and on to the next one. All right, next map up is going to be a little island action. We are on the red team, and there is teams in here. There are 18 other players. The red person went right there. We can be friends. Okay, we're all going to be right next to each other. No, you weren't supposed to leave it. I literally gave you that spot. So we do have a red player right below us, so he's positioning himself rather well. So I'm very happy to have him as an ally, as I do see some white players arising around us, and this yellow player to the west. So we'll have to keep an eye on that, see where everybody did land and how things are going to develop from here, as we do have a number of bots around us that are not nearly as challenging. Now, in this island map where everyone kind of spawns a little bit around you, you do want to send a little bit early. Obviously, you want to make sure to keep care of your troops, but this is kind of where we enter our full send, just to grab a little bit more land, and hopefully that advantage can snowball. And fortunately for us, this guy is rather weak. Now, we do face a unique challenge of facing off against a lot of white players who really only have us to attack, so white bots, that is. So we're going to need to keep an eye on that and making sure to take them out as soon as we can. We don't want to let these guys linger and then kind of run out of people to attack and then only have us to attack. So we'll just keep doing this. We will go ahead and take out Sheik Empire really quickly, since he did kind of full send all of his troops. Getting him down is going to be very helpful for us, and we'll just get him again since he is continuously full sending. So that is a problem that we love to have. So we'll just keep going into him, finishing him off. And it really didn't do any damage to our chances of grabbing more land, so this worked out pretty well for us. And now we have this bot, I think this is actually a player, I'm not sure, who's got about 16,000 troops and is not using them, so I do believe that would be a player. Let's go ahead and grab this out of here. And we do run out of places to expand into, so that is a little bit unfortunate for us. So we're just gonna have to wait and see. Now, Days, our player down here, is rather weak, so that is a little bit on the concerning side. So we're just gonna have to wait and see if this is another little escape route we can have. Darn it. Okay, our bots took him out. So now we kind of need to act a little bit on the faster side, as these guys are going in over here. I have borders with this yellow player, so let's go ahead and take him out. My fear is that another yellow player is going to be able to grab all of the bots behind us, and that is going to be detrimental to us. So let's try and do the same thing and grabbing down the rest of this player down here and going into their bots and trying to make ourselves a little bit stronger prior to touching any of the stronger yellow players. as the white player is fighting over here, so that is good news for us. I do believe that player did full send us, so we'll just go ahead and grab the rest of his land and start cleaning up the rest of these yellow bots. Now, that does give us the crown, but we are in a rather weakened state. We're not exactly coming from a position of strength, and this yellow player is going to have a lot of advantages. So we're going to keep pushing down here, grabbing land and kind of ignoring what's going on around us, with hopes of just being able to take out enough land so that we can then push into this player. And now is a good time as any. He's down to 60,000 troops. He's cleared a lot of the bots for us, so let's go ahead and take him out and then push through this bot right here and go ahead and grab the rest of this land. So pretty good maneuver on our end, as we do weaken a very strong, what could have been a very strong thorn in our side. And we'll just go ahead, lower our attacks, and then finish off the rest of these bots here, trying to do this at a little bit rapid of a pace. We don't want to let this player up here make his way over before we start capturing the mainland, as I do believe he's only about 50,000 troops. So now let's push into this player. We do have the support of our red teammates, so let's go into him rather aggressively as he full sends our teammates. So that's a huge help for us, because now we can go into Bob, the last remaining threat on our team. Now Bob is going to be a big threat, as we cannot allow him to build up his troops. So I sent a boat, but I'm going to actually send another one because I don't know where. Okay, there it is. I was about to say I have no idea where that boat is. There is a player over here that's slowing him down, so we are going to give him some donations and feed him so he can kind of go in and tell him to charge. I will keep feeding you until like my troops can get over there. He's got more troops than Bob, so we need to tell him to charge. There he goes. He finally realizes how many troops we gave him. Let's give him another big donation, help out the cause, and there we go. So we take out Bob along the way. We help this player survive, who really was a great stopgate for the yellow team's expansion, and that worked out really well for us. And we do have some little tiny bits to get rid of, and that is going to be it. That's going to wrap up the game. So GG's to all involved, and thank you guys so much for watching, especially if you've made it this far in the video. If you haven't made it this far in the video, hey, give it a thumbs up, really helps out a lot. If you're new around here, subscribe for more. I put out videos every day. And also, boys, do not forget to check out the Discord in the link in the description below, and I will see you in the next one.